seen one that lasts long for the gaming in the Web3 space. Are we expecting like Ragnarok Landverse to be like the first one?
Of course, that's why we're here, right? We are building a business. We are not building a charity, and making sure that if you play good in a game, if you know the economy well, then you should be able to earn, right? To as I mentioned before, you wanted to build a game that sustain. You don't want to build a game that just keep minting tokens, giving out tokens, and then who's the one that be like sustain the game, right? So if everyone here enjoy the game playing for fun, the game will be very sustainable, and that's how like the one of the biggest IP in the world utilize the blockchain to make sure that a game could last forever, right?
Yeah. I think people are seeing boxes dropping from monsters like while you're farming. Can you explain like those boxes? Like treasure box?
Yep. The concept here is pretty simple for the loot boxes here. So basically, when you attack monsters, those monsters will drop loot boxes, and those loot boxes will basically you can open those loot boxes, and it will open up all of those items that monster drops, right? And those loot boxes will contain rare items that based on that certain monsters, or a special card that those monsters are gonna drop in certain events. Those boxes might drop some tokens as well. So it's gonna be a very fun mechanic to like let people enjoy the games, and having a um, you know so for examples, right, we might have a special monsters in a PvP map that if you open that loot boxes that drop from that certain monsters, you might able to get like sentry tokens, ronin tokens, or some tokens that we couldn't mention right now. Is a example of mechanics, and and that map will be a PvP base. So it's not you're just able to get in, farm items, and then just get out, right? You need to have it's gonna be a very competitive map that everyone just gonna snatch those monsters. So it's gonna be very hectic in the game. So everyone seeing each other, they're just gonna kill everyone. It's gonna be very very fun.
Okay. So where would we put the server? I'm sure I've seen this question for quite a few times. Like, where is the server? So they can expect like the ping and all that stuff.
So the beta test servers will be in Singapore to test out, and to test out with the pings and looks on as well as how's the ping on different users as well. The different servers might pop up later on in the different regions, so stay tuned on that as well.
So I don't think we have price for VIP yet. It's not fixed. Is there a chance discount? I'm sure there's gonna be like from my experience of like the previous server, there's campaigns here and there that you should like keep an eye on. So
Of
yeah,
course,
don't worry about it.
we wanted people to enjoy the game in the beginning, and if you come in the game early, if you like wanted to play the game, there's going to be certain sales with certain discounts, which is going to be a mint, and then this is outside from the Genesis mint as well. So of course we're going to have discounts for like the bots, the VIP, the items, boxers. So yeah, keep an eye on the Discord, and like our marketing is not even started yet, right? So making sure that you're active in the Discord, in the communities. If you are a OG old players, then you know what to do. If you're new players, there are probably so many people in the Discord will like help you start the game, and you will know why like Ragnarok is one of the biggest IP in the world, and why even though the game have been live for 15 years, people still playing it, right? If is the same as why people are still playing RuneScape, why people are still playing World of Warcraft, is that huge in terms of IP.
Um,
What are the benefits of beta tester? You get to play the game. Pretty simple.
is there any plan for this to be on mobile, or is it just PC?
We the Landverse Genesis we also have a mobile version, but most of the core gameplay is recommended to play on the PC because like mobile games, right? You couldn't really PvP on mobile. It's pretty. I mean, you're gonna have a very huge disadvantage comparing to like people that play PCs, right? But of course, if you're outside, you can use the mobile versions to farm items, to like just like PVE, farm monsters, check your items. That works.
Can you play it on MacBook as well, or is it like mostly Windows? And
The game itself, the game client itself, will be on Windows, but the way to play on MacBook, stay tuned, is gonna be coming out either this close beta or the next close beta. But you have a way to play on MacBook.
yeah. So uh which job would you prefer? Like what's your favorite like classes in this Landverse?
I like to play Wizard, so yeah, that's why I choose. But look at my stats here. I'm a battle wizard right now, battle mage. But yeah, I like to play wizard. But to be honest, the easiest class to start with is probably gonna be archer for new players. So if you're new, you want to farm items easily without investing too much in the characters on the first characters, then like archers, hunter, which is the same class, is probably the best idea here, or a battle priest, right? So you can play a acolyte and you can farm items as well.
Yeah, from the previous version, Battle Priest is not that bad. They got all the buff, right? And you can just buff yourself all the time. Yeah. I think people has been asking about like item drops as well. Like can you steal from others when there's a box on the ground?
Uh, Not really. So I mean, there's certain like timing before someone will be able to pick up your items. So if you just drop and no one like pick it up, then yeah, someone will be able to pick up. But it's not like instantly.
Yeah. Uh, what about like what can the V is there gonna be VIPs, right? Like VIP membership for the game, right?
What do you mean like VIP membership?
Like the VIP card from like the previous one, we have VIP card where you needed to like buy
Yeah,
and sell
of course.
stuff on the marketplace.
Yeah. So you if you wanted to play the game, if you wanted to like farm the items, then you need to buy the VIP card. The VIP card will come with tons of benefit to play the game to make your life easier. So recommend to if you play the game, you if you have time, you don't really need to buy the automatic player system card. You just need to like get a VIP and then you can like start playing the game like much easier, I would say. But you don't really need to get you don't really need a VIP to start earning, or you don't really need a VIP to kind of like progress that well if you know what you're doing.
Since there's gonna be marketplace, right? So can we still like open a shop in Mera and like sell items, or is it like do we have to go through the marketplace right now?
You can obviously still do that, but not every item will be able to list on the in-game exchange. We are working on how we could basically bring the marketplace on chain into the game as well. So every time you build, you should able to list every single items in the game outside from the exchange. So everything works on chain, but that is still work in progress. In this phase, it's gonna be pretty simple. Some items you need to list on the web exchange. Some items you can sell in games.
So, since is the party system is up, right? So we have party system. There's different versions where you can have different amount of members. How many people can be in a party in this version?
I don't have that exact numbers. I think 20 or something. But yeah, like the party system here. What happens is that you should party with your friends. You get much more experience point, comparing to playing solo. So it's a social game in certain way. Oh shit.
I
Um,
I think you can like turn go to the invite like party right now, like Control Z or something. I think you can like
no, this,
yeah.
yeah,
Can
this
you create a party? I'll join. So people can see like the party system. I think the last version was like 12 max, and then you get like a lot extra experience compared to like just soloing. Let me create like have you created a party? No.
yeah,
Let me create.
I created. I just created a party. You can join me. I would just like pick some questions here. Wait.
Let me create a party.
So to
Um,
answer CK, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry. Will that be necessary to have VP to also pay fee of 1 ion to mint? Will there be a fixed fee of 1 ion and 10% sales? So basically, what I can say right now is the marketplace fee will be 10% to make sure that there's a sustainable revenues for the game itself when people trading items. But all of the other questions, on the fee, on the like 1 ion for minting items, and having a VP to pay fee for minting. I'm pretty sure there's a new way for minting items that you can use Seni to actually mint out as well, instead of using the just purely the Moonstone. But the rest of the informations will be on the game guide, so you can look into that once we updated it. So there's a very good reasons. When people say why there's a fixed fee for minting items in the beginning, the it's kind of like a way to actually balance out the economy, right? Like, of course, everyone wanted to have the easiest way to play the game, an easiest way to earn, money, easiest way to sell items. But if you, as a game developers, it's not that simple to just balance out the game when you try to do that, right? For examples, if you just let people mint and sell every single thing on chain, then what happens is that people would just farm the cheapest items and and then just like broke the economy, right? Like the cheapest items will be floated all over the like the general marketplaces, and without a fee, it makes people try to game the system, break the economy easier, right? So I have a many times on why those implementations that community like keep suggesting, and it's not feasible to implement, right? Like, it's not just simple that we can make everyone life easier. I would love to do that as well, but to be a sustainable game, there are a lot of like like points and criteria you need to look into to make sure the game is sustainable in the long run of the economy. But of course, we need to find like something in the middle ground to make people happy to play the games, enjoy the games, and don't make the life much harder.
and what's like and there's a
Sorry.
collections.
They say like I'm playing mage and I'm not using any skills.
Why don't you use any skill? Like
I mean, we all know it's faster, right? Because I didn't even have a single int. I didn't. I don't even have a single int here.
let's all strike. Now people like teaching you. You can
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah. I
play.
know. Now all of the players here are bullying me here.
I, I think people
But
are
I
getting
mean,
off right now. Like,
you can bully me, in the open beta, not closed beta. So like don't be a keyboard warriors here.
people are like pissing you off right now. Like, what the fuck are you doing with the meeting?
No, I mean if you want to bully me, bully me in the open beta. Just not saying what I need to do. So see in game as well. I'll be playing as well.
Right. There's also collections where you can like collect cards, items, and like I think I'm sure like pets. I think I can like should I share mine while they're in like they're
Yeah,
in
I
can
can share screen as
I'll
well.
share my screen. Can you like close your screen first? I'll
Oh,
share
there's
mine.
there's only one screen that you can share.
Yeah, I can share mine.
Okay. Disconnect. Wait. Okay. Your turn.
Let me share my screen too.
Not in the beginning
Guys.
for odd classes. It will follow up shortly, not too long.
So there's this archer. Okay, at least I'm not I'm using my arrows. So yeah, guys. um, and there's like this collections where you can like collect like all those items, right? For those like there's a pets, uncommon, rare, um, epics, legendaries in the futures. There's weapons. There's like costumes. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yo, there's like, yeah, you can see like weight limit plus 30, like all these costumes, cards. So you can collect cards and all those stuff. Uh, Let me see. And then yeah, if you put there's like if you put cards in, there's collections FX. So yeah, you guys probably can like collect. I don't know how many cards there is, but yeah. All right. Also, like for the parties, right? I think I'll you can like join other people parties. You can have your own party. Let me try.
Legendary pets not in the beginning. It might come later on, but in the beginning it will be just like epic pets. If I'm not wrong, I need to check with the game team again, but that's what it should be.
Okay. Yeah.
Any
Any
advice?
advice or recommendations to Web two?
Um, I would say most of the core functionalities, if you play like like post renewables, I think you have some kind of like experience around it. But there are a lot of mechanics that like the language is going to be different, and we like we can start learning together as well. I'm pretty
Oh yeah.
confident that like Landverse Genesis gonna have the most expensive items sold on Marketplace when we are live.
So we have this candy shake as well. So yeah, you get rewards for lock in 20 days. Is Super Novice soon available?
I mean, not maybe not as expensive as Mystic Axie, but yeah, just to give a comparisons, like the talent service, there's a auction that most of the item is sold like like the minimum price is probably like 120K dollars per items, as a a costume auctions. But you don't really, you shouldn't really underestimate how much people are going to spend in games, and you need to be happy around about that. Land info, please. Who said there's land? I'm not. I didn't say anything that it's gonna be land. So
There's challenge here.
benefits, of course.
Oh, there's guild. You can create a guild or start on your own. Once you reach certain level, there's a bonus for guild player as well. Is it?
Yeah, yeah. I think you can upgrade your guild levels, and there's like benefits on top of it. Good buffs. Yeah.
Okay, here's I just collect a loot box. I think I'll show you them. Like so, there's a sword loot box here, and for every day you'll have like 500 stamina. Gear score is like your like gear. I think you can see it here. Uh, here. So that's like 194 gear score here. Um, no, you can actually play 24/7, but for stamina, if you like open a box, then you lose one.
Do you? I can play 24/7. Yeah, this is 2025, guys. You need to have some life.
So let's say I open one box right here, and then there's if you look at my stamina, it's like one down.
Is there going
So
to be
yeah,
a creator program? Of course. There's going to be a very huge creator programs later on. So stay tuned if you are creators, if you are streamers. Stick with us. If you like OG Ragnarok players and streamer Web3 players, then you're gonna have like a huge benefit on top of that. Is automatically player free? No. So you need to buy it, but you don't really need it if you love to play grinding every day.
yeah, there's gonna be creator program. So stay tuned.
We have considered that we wanted to remove the energy system, but we also know that if we remove it, then there's gonna be like certain players that just gonna like grind 24/7s and then just like dominate the like the like mining maps, and then people were just like, oh, like I couldn't do anything even though I didn't spend a single dollars or single run covering to the players. So we just trying to balance out the game that is good for new players and is good for old players. Like slow down the games and making sure that people are able to enjoy the game instead of just like like speed run everything, right? And of course, the end game of the is the game going to be hard for newbies? I think most of the MMO games is not gonna be super easy for newbies, but of course you need to learn, right? And there are tons of like Ragnarok players are here to guide you to play with you, and that is the most fun part for like building communities as well.
There's I'll just give some links here. So there's the VIP stamina where you can buy stamina elixir as well for like 2 elixir a day. Give you like 1,000 stamina a day for extra. There's a vibranium blazing box where you can get more vibranium for items and everything. And yeah, there's many items you can look at it tomorrow. Um, this box is actually cheaper than than the 14 days. Why would anyone buy the 14 days?
Yeah, don't don't look at that right now. It's pretty like just like says testing.
It's actually not done yet. It's like I think there's gonna be some fixing, right? It's like this is like just where you can see is there any items here. Let's scroll back like plus EXP and everything. I think people are asking about it, like the arrows, and I think there's gonna be arrows right here. Yeah. Silver arrow, unlimited fire arrow, and silver arrow here.
And any chance that your bot knows how to heal himself now? I mean, obviously the bot know how to heal himself, right? But if you think about this, if we allow priests to actually heal themselves with bot, what do you think is gonna happen? The whole fucking servers is gonna be a battle priest. all over the places, right? So that is why we are not allowing it. Make sure that the game is balanced out. It's gonna be a butter priest with a stunner, like floating everywhere, right? So I mean, it's we all know the questions. I mean, we all know the answers, but we always keep asking these questions. Yeah.
Or maybe there's gonna be a priest in the party that stand there and do nothing and heal himself all the time.
There's so much like gaming mechanics that gonna be a huge difference. It's gonna be almost like a breaking change in the Ragnarok games, but we wanted to make sure that is feasible, and it's not going to be too crazy for new players or to old players as well. So we're gonna slowly tasting out the mechanisms, and let's see if the like the balance is good enough.
There's gonna be bots. There's still gonna be bots for.
The in-game guide, I think is good enough. Of course, it's not gonna be as good as like the Neo MMO, like that have been building in their like 2022. But we are working as hard as we can that to actually onboard like the guide, the new users for in-game guides as well. It's gonna be not gonna be that easy, but it's not gonna be that hard as well with with players here. Landowners on the global servers who have benefits on Genesis. So it's a completely different team. The Genesis servers is running like the core communities builders are basically from Sentry, and the lands I'm pretty sure, at least if I'm not wrong, that you're able to use the land to do something and you're able to get certain like in-game items, shops, a currencies to actually start playing on Genesis as well. So there's gonna be a benefit on top of it, but I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna be because that depends on the global service players. Will the game be available for download in the Mavis Hub? So we talked to Sky Mavis that we wanted to put on the Sky Mavis Hub as well, but they're having a big improvement on the Sky Mavis Hub, the client. So we're probably not going to be there in the beginning, but probably later on. Integrate agents. Oh, you're going to see that.
There can be three clients on a computer. So it's yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have a automatic system to use it during the period as well, the closed beta period. So we still going to use BNE, BNB, and Ion. Dude, we are on Ronin. What are you talking about? It's gonna be Ronin, Iran. This DBB guy, from the Kong communities, is trying to fund the game. We we
That's as
host an
well.
offline community meetup again. Let's start with online community meetup first, and then we can explore the offline community meetup later on. Let me see if any question that I missed. I'll try to answer every questions that I can. Probably not everything. I'm going to play the game with you guys as well to make sure that you have a person to like farm items in the YGG maps. How many CBTs? Probably two. So the first CBT will have a period of 7 days to make sure that it's gonna be a very hectic CBT. I can tell you guys. There's probably gonna be quite a lot of people that like just gonna spam the servers and it's probably gonna be broken. But yeah, we're gonna have two CBT. The first one is just testing out the mechanics. There's a lot gonna be like fine tuning out from the first CBT, and then the next CBT is the